everyone, today I'll be reviewing this movie on Netflix called Body Broker, starring Jack Kilmer, Michael K. Williams, Frank Grillo, Jessica Roth, and this movie is directed by John. So this movie is based on a true story, like that is what they're saying. And I must say, this movie is story for this movie is definitely very interesting, especially when it starts with first 10-15 minutes for this movie. I would say it's a little bit like it starts out a little bit slow. At the beginning of this movie, I was like a little confused. I didn't understand what was going on. But after 10-15 minutes, once Uta he goes to this rehab center, this movie dramatically become very interesting and engaging. Once this Ud guy he comes to him and tell him like you can actually make money out of here, this rehab center. And I was like, oh really, you can actually get pay out of there? Once this movie I start explaining you how these things work, from there on this movie was quite interesting. I guess this was interesting all the way until the third act for this movie, where I thought, oh, this movie became very unrealistic. Although this movie is supposed to be realistic, greedy feeling to it, but still, this movie, I guess the halfway through, make this movie entertaining, I guess they try to add all these things to it. Otherwise, people will tune out of this movie because nobody wants to see a depressing movie about addiction, because so many people deal with it every day their life. Same time, whenever I watch a movie like this, I want the person I'm watching, like in this case, Uta, I want him to get better, and the way this movie ended, I must say, I didn't like it, mainly because of the way it ended. I felt really sad. The entertainment I felt halfway through movie, the third act, really it's ruined it for me, especially all this character in this movie. I must say the acting overall for this movie is very subtitle. They're very quiet performance here, especially the center character who is Jack Kilmer. He's Val Kilmer's son in this movie. I must say his acting was same throughout the movie. I wish he gave a little bit more expression in his face, especially especially his feelings toward Opal, that character, the girl who keeps pulling him into this addiction. I wish I knew more about this, like how he really felt about her. I felt like he was just dependent on her. He tried to quit her. Looks like he was dealing with two addiction. Again, this movie's direction isn't as good as you hoped. So that's why I feel like I wish there was more to this character, Uta, because he was definitely interesting character and he definitely wanted to get better. But this guy Wood, Wood's character is like the way he acted in this movie. I wish he had more to his character, because the way he was acting, it's just just in it for money. Once he did deal with addiction in his life, which he mentioned one time. But his attitude toward, I guess he became drug dealer, I guess, under this movie. His attitude toward these addicted people, he's like, oh, no matter whatever we do, these people will keep doing what they are doing. And I'm here thinking, he doesn't have any feelings. Even he was once addicted, you know what I mean? That is what I feel like. These two characters, Uta and Ud, could have been really great character. Then again, I guess this movie tried to give us a realistic approach, which I guess it didn't sit well with me. Because end of this movie, little spoiler here, that when this Uta character died, I was really sad because he was trying to get better. I don't know, for him to overdose and dying, it is realistic, I guess, end of anywhere. But I just wish I didn't have to see that, I guess. I'm trying to say here. That is anybody would do in real life. I just still wish he got better. But I guess it's hard to get better whenever you have addiction. I guess I guess this movie stay true to that fact here. But there's I guess overall the movie, the insurance scamming, this movie is about scamming insurance and taking money from them. That concept I found definitely interesting, because I didn't even know you get money from rehab. Like if you bring people, they actually pay you because they need to run their business. So that is very interesting, I suppose. Overall, I thought this movie was interesting watch. Lot to take, but still I thought it was like worth checking for me because of the concept of this movie. Although this movie's acting isn't that great, could have been great, but it isn't, I guess. But overall, also direction isn't as good as could have been. Overall, it is interesting concept here. Couldn't deliver to its premise. I guess that is what my thought on this movie. Thank you so much for checking out this review. If you enjoyed my review, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave your comment. What do you think about this movie? And please take care.